Hey guys, welcome back to Gem State Skate. My name is Foch and today I'm going to be doing a review of one of my favorite skates of all time, the Powerslide Kaze 90mm. So this is kind of an old model of skate. Mine was made in 2017. Sticker right there, see 2017. So it's a pretty old model. This one is currently discontinued, but you can still get your hands on it. So if you like the gray, then it's not too late. Not yet, anyway. So I'm going to go ahead and start out, get into the review. It's going to be kind of a quick one. So first, the aesthetics of the boot. I guess I should probably use the stock one here. I love the aesthetics. It's one of the things that drew me to the skate, actually. I love the turquoise on the gray. It's a black frame. Comes with a black frame. On this guy right here, as you can see, I've made mine silver. I took a Dremel to it, made it raw. But the wheels, as you can see here, that beautiful, beautiful blue-green color. Let's kind of get more into the technical stuff here. So let's start with the wheel because it's in my hand here. 90mm wheels, as mentioned before. 88A. This is very, very tough wheel. It's going to last you a long time. It's kind of what you want for outdoor skating. Excellent wheel. Powerslide spinner, really standard wheel. They put this on almost all of their skates. Nothing bad to say. Excellent color choice on the wheel. Next, let's move on to the boot. So, laces, no problem here. We've got a ratchet buckle for the 45 strap. Top is just a regular, strap system. It's pretty standard. You see it on almost every inline skate these days. You might be saying, this looks like a soft boot. Well, I wouldn't actually say that. I wouldn't call it a hard boot either, but it's really in kind of its own category. I'd say it is sort of similar to a slalom skate without carbon fiber, but it's like softer on the top. It's just kind of weird. Makes it very versatile though, and I'll get to that later. Super comfortable, as you can see, the inside, the tongue. I love the tongue on this skate. Probably the most comfortable skate I've ever owned. So that's great. Let's move on to the frame. Obviously this one doesn't have it, but I just want to illustrate the Trinity mount that goes on the frame. Makes it more stable. It is brand exclusive to Powerslide. That's the only downside, if you could say that. So you can't use frames from other brands. They're just not going to work on this. Frame right here is a 235mm rockerable frame. As you can see, I've rockered it. My front wheel spinning there. 90mm maximum. This is really kind of a unique frame. It allows you to get lower. It feels like 4x80. It's that same height. I'm in love with this frame. It's the Powerslide Katana frame, by the way. It's pretty much a top of the line frame when it comes to tri-skates. Oh, and I forgot to mention the bearings. It comes with ABEC 9, which is probably the best bearings you're gonna find on an inline skate, unless they're ceramic or rust proof. So absolutely no complaints about the bearing. Fantastic. I'm gonna go ahead and move into why this skate is so amazing and versatile and just really the jack of all trades. So for beginners, as I mentioned, it's low to the ground, very low for a tri-skate. As I said, 90mm. It's going to feel like you're 4x80, which is what I would recommend for beginners. You can go to 100, 3x100 for beginners, but even then it's a little bit weird. It's not horrible, but this is really, really nice for beginners and even advanced skaters, because let's move on to how it's rockerable. As obviously I don't skate it flat, as you can tell, which makes it great for me, someone who likes slalom skating. The boot is still stiff with a flexible cuff up here, so it allows you to move your feet the way that you would want to for slalom. Overall, it's good for slalom. It's a hard enough, stiff enough boot with an excellent frame for slalom that it's just no complaints there. Let's go to city skating, flow skating, people jumping off stuff, rolling real fast through the city. It's kind of popular these days. Excellent boot for that. I know it comes with a really low setup, but it works amazing with 125mm wheels. I've done it personally. No complaints. It handles that big, tall frame, no problem. You got all the support you need. You know, fitness. It's a very comfortable boot, as I mentioned. It's flexible. You can, you know, do all that you'd need for fitness. You know, for a beginner, as I mentioned, very forgiving boot. It's not like it's gonna choke your foot or anything. Very excellent. Now, the only downside, and I'm really reaching here for a downside of this skate, I'd say that it's not as tough as a hard plastic boot. You know, those things are tanks. Not saying this is fragile either. I mean, this thing is just as strong as any other slalom skate, honestly, as far as I'm concerned. All right, with that, that's kind of my short view. In the end, thoughts. What do I think about it? I think it was definitely worth it for its initial price tag of $350. I'll link it in the description, but you can actually still buy it full setup for $200. Now that's a steal, because the Katana frame alone, the top of the line frame I was mentioning, is worth $150 on its own. So if anything, you're getting a boot, full set of bearings, full set of wheels for an additional $50 on top of the frame price, which is just unheard of. Unfortunately, since it's on clearance and stuff like that, they only have 4 different sizes at the time I'm making this video. 46, 47, those are going to be like really bigger sizes, you know, size 12, size 13 American. And then 39, 40, which is kind of smaller feet. But, you know, if any of those are your size, I highly cannot stress enough, this is an amazing skate for that $200 price. It's just unbelievable. And it's definitely worth it at the full price of $350 as well. They are still continuing to make the Kaze. They just released one recently. It's all black with some orange on it. It's also a 90mm. There's probably nothing but improvements. I'm sure it's just as good or better as this skate. I personally like the colors on this skate more. New ones kind of look like rental skates to me, coming from being a DJ at a roller rink. But you know, I'm sure they're just fantastic on the foot. In the description, I'll go ahead and link all the different models, not all of them, but a few different models for you guys to look at if you're interested in purchasing the Kaze. Unfortunately, it has been snowy lately, but I was able to grab some clips, so enjoy.